Yeah, look, I mean, the government was heavily criticised during the Voice referendum about not focusing on the main issue, that being cost of living. So do you feel like it's learnt its lesson there?
Well, the backbench is making its voice clearly heard, so they seem to have not actually got the message from Australians where the actual pinch point is for them. And I think that's a real concern and sort of is endemic of this Labor government. You've got today in the Australian, one of their most sensible pro-industry ministers, Madeleine King, trash-talking BHP and our mining industry about not getting on board with their 1970s industrial relations agenda. So on every single measure, the Labor Party seems to be pulling the wrong lever when it comes to actually moving the country
interesting,
forward.
Yeah, Bridget, interesting you point that out, because as well you've got Vanessa Hudson, the Qantas boss, now saying that international fares are going to have to increase so that Qantas can pay for the pay rises that the government helped secure for Qantas staff.
Absolutely. So when you look at when those industrial relations measures were brought in, the Labor Party the government got a lot of advice about the negative impact that they were taking us back over 4 decades to an industrial relations system that wasn't going to increase productivity. And in a globally competitive environment such as Qantas actually operates in, they need to have those increases in productivity alongside wage increases so that the business can stay profitable and keep people employed, and also obviously give great wage outcomes. The lack of tying productivity increases to wage increases is the problem. Those issues were raised at the time, and now you've got businesses insolvency, you've seen the economy getting quite soft more generally, which is an issue for employment. And so I think business is rightly pointing out what's wrong with the government's more broader agenda.
Okay, let's close on the Bush Summit. You were there with me yesterday. We were in the beautiful city of Orange in New South Wales. It heads to Port Hedland today. Gina Rinehart will be, and she's going to raise concerns about the ability of renewable energy to replace baseload coal and gas. This is a big topic of conversation yesterday. Music to your ears from Gina?
Well, Pete, I just can't wrap the Bush Summit enough. I was there in Bendigo, in my home state of Victoria. Renewable energy rollout was another big topic in that community as well. Again, yesterday in Orange, and it'll be great to see it on the agenda in Port Hedland today. I think Australians, particularly in the regions, there's 10 million of us who live outside capital cities, are having to bear the cost of the move to net zero when we're only going to have a renewables-only approach. We know we need to get more gas into the system, which I know Ms Rinehart is a strong proponent of. But we also need a longer-term solution, and that is net zero nuclear, which is what we've got on the table. The Bush Summit highlighted those issues. Even the Premier of New South Wales yesterday was bagging out federal Labor on their inability to back mining. And I think that's got to be the big story out of today and the Bush Summit more generally. We need economic growth so that we're a strong country come the end of the century, not just tomorrow. Bridget
McKenzie, live for us in Perth. Thanks for getting up so early, Bridget. Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. And you can watch the Port Hedland Bush Summit live from 10:30 this morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's here on Sky. It features the mining magnate Gina Rinehart, as we were just talking about, but also the cricketing great, Adam Gilchrist.